zones. Where are my guinea pigs? Are in fact in here. Hold on. Let's remove the guinea pigs from in here. This would be why we're not always getting fucking corn. Because these little bastards keep eating our shit. This stuff is good shit. I also don't want them technically down here either, because that's also a corn crop. So, yeah. I was wondering why we were not getting corn for a very long time. That would be why. Also have to double check the thrombos aren't allowed in here either. The thrombos are allowed in here. I reckon the thrombos would probably go down here. I do want them able to haul almost anywhere in the entire colony, but because they can eat this and because this is a really high yield crop, I can't let them like just eat all of this shit. So unfortunately, this is going to be a Panthers exclusive hauling area. Obviously, like my colonists themselves can physically haul shit in here too, but it just means that I've got like one less animal that can do anything in this area. So that kind of sucks a little bit. Was it? She's already started on a second master's. Oh yeah. Had one where they wanted a meal first. Okay, fine. Get fed for it. Then they wanted to read a book and do research, and then it just wouldn't leave. Yeah, that's the they just won't leave glitch, where like they'll do anything except for leave, which means they'll eat, they'll sleep, they'll recreation, they'll build stuff, they'll carry stuff, they'll do chores, whatever. Like some of them will still wander around and stuff, but like most of them will just go do something else kind of thing. And that's also a really bad one, which is why I was kind of a bit concerned about mine, because like at the moment everybody's gone off to sleep. They've all had a bit of food. There might be a couple of people that are still awake. Like Toad's fine. I just want to have a look to see if there are any colonists that are up and about that are part of this caravan that are not currently sleeping. Like Mo's going off to do something. Star and Sky are kind of like hanging around. I just want to see if they're daytimers and nighttimers, because it looks like it's getting late, which means recreation time. And I sort of want to pull them all out and see if I could make them leave. I know that they're all asleep right now. Hold on. You're getting up again. What are you up to do? You are consuming packaged fowl meal. Okay, well, let me just save it for a second, because in the worst case scenario, if I had to like take them back, they've all slept at the moment. And we are just losing day after day at the moment. So let me grab you guys. Let me bring you back down here. And we'll see how we go. So I had to draft them on and off a couple of times. I finally figured it out, but hit prioritize on gather for caravan. Well, the caravan's already packed. It's been packed for like 2 days. Nobody's been in a mental break in this caravan, and all the animals are currently up, although they are in a location where they do not have like much in the way of food. So if they don't go soon, they're not going to go soon. And I'm really kind of like close to just kicking the horses out of this caravan and being like, we don't need them. But the horses have shit on them, unfortunately. I just can't exclusively see what is on the horses, because it could be food, it could be silver, it could be medicine. I don't know. Also, we shouldn't really have dromedary meat in here. Yeah, drop that shit, drop that shit. Somebody will take that away. And once you guys are all down here, or close enough, I'll send yous. So let's make this group move around for a bit until the other group catches up. And then if I have to, I'll shoot at one of the animals to wake them up, so that they're awake. But yeah, like I literally don't care if like one of them don't go. We've got like 19 days. I'm up against 13 pirates. I want those Resurrectomex serums. That's not negotiable. And we're down to like the 6th of September, so we're kind of got to turn off berries production tomorrow. We've already turned off the rice. I think I've turned off sowing up here. So whatever crops they've got is whatever crops they have, kind of thing at this point, you know. And yeah, rice, if they plant out the rice, we might get another crop before winter, or on winter, maybe before it snows. We'll see. Sorry, I had to have some drink. Yeah, so I have also got people like harvesting stuff inside. I also didn't realize I threw octopus in this one, but this is fine. So of the ones that are pissed off, Gorilla is not part of it. You're out harvesting stuff. You can go to sleep. You are pissy, and I don't think you have anything on you. So I'm going to kick you out because you'll have a tantrum and you'll break the whole thing. You're the most upset out of everybody in this caravan. So Mo's no longer in it, which means we probably have a caravan of about 23. I also don't know if I told Mo not to be at attention. Maybe. No. Okay. Mo, go back and like sleep or something. Go consume a simple meal. There is a duck nearby, and I could wake the animals up with that because I think almost everybody's down here. Deadlift, mate, do you want to fire at said duck? See if we can wake up the horses, because if they're awake and startled... Okay, horses are awake. The yak, I don't know if that yak's awake. Maybe? They look like they're awake. Alright. Give me my caravan. Caravan. People, you guys not at attention. Like, I wouldn't mind, like, forcing them to leave. It's just that when I do that, they won't grab animals. Like, it's really just whoever's there. So, all the animals are awake. All my colonists are awake. This is a situation where if you guys aren't leaving at this point, then there is something seriously wrong. I see you three kind of, like, running off. But you guys come back. Because somebody's gotten far away. Delicious is, like, gone far away. Alright, I don't think you guys are going to leave. I would say this has got its own issue. Like, if I have to, I'll quit out and I'll come back in. And then you'll all fucking want to leave at that point. Okay, so what are you doing? You're wandering. Delicious is wandering up here. Who is... Did one of the animals go back to sleep? The animals are not asleep. Where are my colonists? Dodsworth is fucking off to consume a simple meal. No, you're not, mate. Just come down here. Just come down here. Viper's confused. I suspect that he's not going to want to, like, leave, honestly. I think he's just gonna, like, want food. Dodsworth, like, constantly fucking wants food. I'm gonna kick you out as well. And let's see if you guys start to leave. Because I can catapult extra people if I need to. Caravan, what are you guys doing? Kangaroo's up in here eating as well. Although Kangaroo is moving pretty quickly. Like, I'm going to leave Dodsworth out, because Dodsworth's one of my originals. I don't mind leaving him home, honestly. But, yeah, the rest of them, like Star, Kangaroo, I think Seal and Cat, they're all eating. Takuma's coming up to eat. Delicious looks like they're coming up to eat. My animals are going back to sleep. I would love to kick out the fucking horses, but I can't, because they have shit on them. I don't know what shit's specifically on them. Hopefully whatever meat they dropped, they took back, or my animals ate, one of the two. These rocks need to go inside. Mitz is hiding in room. You're part of the caravan. Get the fuck out of the caravan, love. I will find somebody else. Honestly, I could put Tadashi. I could put what's his face back in there. Hold on a second. Dally, mate. You feel like going on a caravan? You're a medic. You can go in the caravan. You're not a gunner, but you can go in the caravan. And what else we got here? Forming caravan, wandering. Dally looks like they're grabbing some stuff. Maybe don't be cooking meals, mate. Go back to wandering. I need to find at least one other gunner that's like willing to go. But I also don't kind of want to add any more gunners. I could send Lumi. Lumi's pretty tank herself. But she's also an original, so I'd rather keep her here if I could. Bowman's usually able to do gunning. I could add you back in. You can sub in for Mitz, who's mentally wandering. That's not going to be the exact same amount. As long as we've got like 20-ish, that's fine. Alright, you're immediately back to like wandering and shit. So, Where is everyone? Salinus is trying to go off to sleep. Like, I don't necessarily need you guys to like... I'm just gonna try to kick yous out. Let's just go. Animals or not, I'll send a fucking caravan of like... Okay, it's not working. Okie dokie. I'm not gonna save that. I'm gonna quit all the way out and come back in because obviously I can't send a caravan even if I want to. And it takes me like no time to like load in and out. So kick out. Kick out the rocks. No. I was trying to get them to like pick up the rocks if I could. Yeah, it takes no time for fucking RimWorld, so I'll just jump back in, see what we get alternatively, because what happens with the glitches and stuff is it depends on what I load in. So I'm going to load back into tentative, which was I think when they were all still at attention, and like the glitch might still be there. I might have a different glitch though. So what might happen is I may not be able to use X's on doors, or like I might not be able to like reclaim people that are like running wild or whatever, like any of the above, miscellaneous, not sure. So of all the caravan, can I get you guys to bring your asses back down here and we'll see. I will hydrate. Hold on. Thank you, Novella. Yeah, sometimes it just happens. It's due to mostly the age of my save, because I've played across 3 different game versions at this point with the 3 years. This is why I'm also deeply concerned for when they next, like, you know, when they next update and shit. I'm concerned for like what that means for my game and stuff, because it fucks it up a little bit every time. And it would be nice in a way if I could kind of prevent that update from happening, just to prevent this from getting absolutely trashed like we did with like Quillen. Because we only just moved in here and we're only just managing their starvation at this point. So yeah, we'll see. I'll get you guys to move around again. Was it no voices ripped when you drinkies? No, it's just I woke up like right before stream and my voice kind of like crapped itself before I even started. I kind of figured out after a while it was probably just the cold air because it's starting to get cold. And so I put the heater on. I've always got like my neck warmer on and shit, but like, yeah, it just wasn't doing anything. It's not like it's sore or anything like that. It's just, it keeps kind of wavering back and forth between being like kind of crapped out, crunchy and shit, and then coming back to like fine. So I turned it off for a little while earlier, and then it immediately went back to crapping itself. And I'm like, okay, I'll just fucking leave it on. But yeah, it's mostly just like I talk a lot, especially when I play RimWorld and stuff. So yeah, it just is that, you know, I end up kind of like using my voice a lot. And when we get colder air in winter, I don't know why, it just kind of like tightens my vocal cords and makes everything kind of like, I guess, a bit more strained and stuff. Like, I don't experience it as like any kind of discomfort and stuff, but I can tell that it's doing it, you know? Like, I've tried, typically speaking, like if you get like, I don't know, if your vocal cords are what the problem are, right? If it's not actually like you have like a sore throat or something. Typically, if your vocal cords start getting swollen and stuff, try not to like clear your throat and stuff. Because that's what I was doing earlier, and I'm like, it's not going to help, it's just going to make it worse. But the natural urge to want to do that is there, you know? Leia is having a tantrum, but that's fine. Now, I don't know if all these animals are otherwise good. I don't know where these fucking chickens came from. I don't know where you guys are taking these chickens to, Tillman. What are you doing? I'm guessing that there must be a door open somewhere. So I think I do that. I initially, like, whenever I got like a sore throat streaming, or whenever I kind of felt like, it kind of feels like a tickle or something like that in like the back of your throat. So I would kind of like try to clear my throat, and it doesn't actually do anything. It just irritates it more. So once I kind of learned that that's what's happening, yeah, it's very hard to not want to clear your throat and stuff, but not clearing it will make it like a less bit like swollen and stuff. You guys all here. We got Delicious and Johnson. I was going to see if I could force them to just leave. Since they're all basically here, I want to wake up one of the animals. Like, I'll shoot at one of the horses, I don't care. I just only need like one person to shoot at said horse, if I can. Oh, there's a duck here. Can you fire at the duck? Just wake up the duck, wake up the horse. There we go. Okay, you stay here. Now all of yous are here. Cricket's in a food binge. Are you in the caravan? Yes, let's remove you from the caravan. Now everybody else is still at attention for said caravan and is here. So let's try undrafting you guys. And let's see if I can force this caravan to go. It still won't let me force them to go. I may have to physically launch these fuckers to it. I don't have that many transport pods. I only have like 2. I need you guys to leave, honestly. I need like the entire caravan's worth of people to go. Remove from caravan, force caravan departure. Can I just grab everybody and then force that? Nope. Okay, so that won't work either. Cricket's now having a mental break. I need you guys to want to actually fucking go. So don't fire at the duck. I don't think any of the other animals are asleep. All you guys are awake. They all look like they're roughly going off to get food at this moment. This looks like the most productive lineup yet. Once one of those fucking animals goes to sleep, they won't actually like go back to packing the fucking caravan. Like the caravan is packed. Sorry, I should be clear on this. The caravan is packed. I need them all to either go eat, fucking do something, whatever it is that they need to do. Hopefully not sleep, and then leave. Like, I sort of almost want to set them to like no priorities for a moment just to see if that would get them out of here. Because I know that sometimes their schedule interferes with this, but as far as I understand, all the people in this caravan, I believe, are daytimers. So, which I can kind of briefly check. Dodsworth daytimer, you lot daytimer, you're a daytimer. Hold on. You two are daytimers. Let's just see if I happen to have anybody that's a night-timer just for a second. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. That's what I was saying before. It didn't work before I quit out and it didn't work after I came back. That's why I said I'm like, force caravan leave doesn't usually work. Okay, so none of them are night timers. So what I'm talking about is this doesn't work. So they won't go. And I have drawn them to attention. This is the second caravan that I've tried to make. So all I'm thinking is I could transport pod the fuckers out of here. Then they got no choice. They must leave. But I would have to build all of these. Although, if I built enough and I set it up quickly enough, the 18 days wouldn't matter. Because I'd send the entire caravan out in one hit. It's just that I'd have to basically like have fuck bugger all animals. So fuck bugger all carry power. Oh my god, where are you going, guinea pig and cat? And you guys are going like a mile a minute here. Okay, I could build these. I just don't have a lot of room for them. I need a spot. I could build it over here, but I want to build it near where I've got the fuel. And I don't want to take up grow area, although I'm not growing down here at the moment. So this would be kind of close to this. I could grow it down here. I could do it down here. Or I could make them along here. Okay, fuck it. We're making transport pods. Like I said, this is a not negotiable trade situation. I want those fucking, you know, I really, really want the goddamn, what are they called? The Resurrector Mech Serums. So we're going to make it one way or another. It's not like the best direction to be making it on, honestly. But wherever I can put them, I need to be able to send at least 20 odd people. I don't know why I can't put that there. It must be undercover. Oh, that's right. This goes into like mountain space. It's fine. As long as people can still get to that, that's fine. That's under mountain. I could probably fit that there. How many is this? Immediately. This is 11. I can send like 22 colonists out with that. This is already packed with food and medicine. If I was to remove all of this, just quick, I reckon I could cancel this load. Oh, shit. That's what was in there. Cancel that load. Let's send about, let's send like about 100 rice. 100 potatoes, about 100 rice. 100. I want about 100 of these two food, and packaged survival meals were down to 8 because it's mostly on the caravan as is, which I'll have to pull off or try to send one of the two. The caravan that I've got set up is not the ideal group of gunners. They are my spare gunners, so I can basically pack these with all these specific gunners that I want. This would mean also if this caravan was to leave to match up with them, I wouldn't have to worry about sending animals, although I can send a second set of transport pods once they're already there with animals to come home. So it's not like this is a big issue. I just have to waste some components and steel. So let's see, what else can I send? This is only a modest amount of food. I could send probably a couple of hundred, send about 100 pemmican too. So they've got a few hundred meals. I do want medicine was what I was looking for. We don't have a lot, but send 50 of that, send probably 30, just be a high amount because I can send it in this. And I could probably also shove a person in here. But since we've got so much extra space and I have a lot of berries, can we send about 200 odd berries? So it'll be like several days worth of food at this point, as some of it's going to expire. So we'll see. I'm not sending corn. That's just not happening. So we've got pretty much as much as I want on that. I could send a baby animal. Maybe. I think it's in something that's like 20 kilos. I'd probably be better off just throwing silver in here to... Yeah, sure. That works. That's not quite the 2,000, but that will give us money and food and medicine. This one will have money, food, and medicine. I'll probably send a couple of animals in that, like, straight up, maybe. So... Let's send corn. For the blood gods. No, we've only just got a little bit of corn. And now that I found out that guinea pigs have been eating it, I didn't know. So we're wasting food. Which is a bit unfortunate. I'll grab somebody else down here in a moment to do stuff. Potato plants died from rotting. It is where? In here? Maybe. Hey Rolf, mate, when you have your sleep, these might need harvesting. I'll get you actually down on the corn first, if I can. I've got some of it set to harvest. I want some of this harvested, and I've got to send somebody else in here to... I'll get a couple of people to go build those transport pods. We have additional time now. Either this thing goes, or we build the transport pods in about the same amount of time. So that will be fine. I will get, let's see, Vivo, mate, you do construction. You don't, but we've got a few other people in the area. I want to use specifically chimpanzee if I can. Sorry, I saw Sam there can do construction. Sam can work on this. I also have enough fuel for this, so I'll get Sam. I'll get Lincoln's awake actively at the moment. He can do construction. I saw Cypress and E. You guys can also do construction. I'm going to be flying around a little bit trying to, like, I don't have anything really over here already, so I'm not familiar with like how far down it is. If you're wondering why I like keep flying like right past it, that's why. Rolf, Gabriella, Red, you didn't do construction, you did the crafting, that's right. White, you don't do it. I literally have like the thing that they can do like construction. I can see if they do it. Barb can do it. Esme can do it. Esme's awake. Esme's actively building that. You get your cheeks back here, love. Work on that. If you're working on these, you're working on all 3 of those. Who else is here? Jet. Jet can do some, but not the best. Cypress will be awake in the morning. Mole isn't. Acosta should be able to do some building. Yeah, you can. Right, when you wake up in the morning, I'll get my pacifists out here to build our fucking essential warships, essentially. Imagine that. Imagine that. You've got like literal like pacifists building like transport pods to send like your colonists to fucking war. Seahorse, you'll be awake right now, so you can work on that one. Sloan reckons he's working on that one. Okay, is there anything else that's not? You're not working on that one. That should be all of them tasked to work on. Ashika, looks like you are filling up the transport pod. I'll just get you to keep loading this for a moment. It's going to mostly have food. I don't even know if we have space for spare clothing, unless we've got space on these for spare clothing. Because, like, yeah, we just kind of, like, overstacked our clothing quota, which is fine. I was going to go trade them anyway, but like I said, I'll shove, like, a yak or a horse or something. Whatever fits in this thing, I'll send one or two of them if I can. Like, I might even send, if I have them, juvenile animals, because they'll at least age up kind of thing. And in the best case scenario is I still get a caravan out. So they'll be headed out. Let's see, what else? These guys might leave. Like, that's the other thing too, is they may end up leaving to join the caravan. If they do, if I see them get outside, I'll bring most of the people home and I'll send one or two, or probably actually more like 2, 3, with like the rest of the animals onwards to the actual quest. Remove you from the caravan because you're about to have a shit fit. Most of the people in this caravan are about to have a mental break. Johnson can stay in it. He doesn't do anything. Mitz can remove from it so she doesn't have her mental break. Rat was cutting corn last I recall. He should be fine. We'll dump into lurk for a bit to rustle up some grub and some things. Need for nearly 8 hours by now. You gotta go eat. You gotta go and get that food and get some rest and stuff. Like, I appreciate you being here and stuff, but I've got all 4 streams this week, and next week I've got like 5 times 8-hour days. So there'll be plenty of time to like hang out and catch streams and stuff like that. I'd rather you go and like eat and rest and stuff and prioritize getting some sleep and whatnot than trying to like sit up. Obviously, if like you're aware that you're not gonna sleep or something like that, by all means you're welcome to be here and stuff, but definitely don't put my streams over the top of like, you know, your own like health and sleep and stuff. Well, what are you doing? You're harvesting plants? Alright, I'll leave you harvesting plants. What else can I grab? One of us is probably in the caravan. Grasshopper was in a caravan. You're in this caravan. And probably not the person we want to be in this. That's fine. There's actually moles out here. Mole mate, I kind of actually, you're closer to this area of trees, aren't you? And Asan, why are you eating raw berries out here? We have food. You know, I'm just not going to question it. I think this is one of those times where you just don't question what the fuck she is doing. Because, yeah, we have all kinds of cooked food. And she chose that, so choices. I'm going to grab Mole for this because I know he's a high enough level to cut down trees like super fast. So we'll get a bunch of wood in. Hopefully ASAP for winter. I don't know if this is going to give me full yields on those. We would want to go to bed or do some more gaming, but I'm uncertain yet. Let's call it hard lurk. Was it? Call it a hard lurk, and if I come back then, yeah. This guy's having a tantrum. Hungry pen animals too. They're not part of the caravan, which is good. Tattered apparel is 38. Mo's in starvation. Mo is down. Jackal, can you... Oh, you can't rescue. Can you rescue? You carry? Is Mo just got... No, Mo's in the caravan. That's why. Okay, actually, Jackal, you don't need to be at attention. Can you just rescue Mo? That'd be great. There we go. Okay. So you got malnutrition, trivial. Why are you guys not eating? We have food. Is it because you guys are in the caravan? Is there something new that I'm not aware of? We're down to 19 people. We'll be up against like 12. Dodsworth is in this caravan. How is your health? Your nose has been shot off, but you are otherwise fine. I'm going to say you can stay here. Honestly, if whatever percentage of the caravan goes, they'll go, and I'm gonna send the good gunners for the most part, and medics and shit. I'm gonna send them through the transport pods. So the only thing I've got to make sure is once these are made, is that they are full fueled. As May consuming simple meal. Instead of doing that, can I get you to work on these? Riken Guard's working on it. Borrow's working on this. Lumi, I don't think you can do building. That's the other Lumi. Armadillo and Varb are here. I'll get you two working on... Get you working on those ones. Alright. We're going to have transport pods soon. I don't want them to stay here either, but they are also not really on like grassy spots, so it doesn't really matter. What I wanted to see was... That's not part of the mountain, so yeah, there's overhang of roof. I need to remove. I need you to remove this part here. This is not supposed to be overhanging by that much. And somebody's in starvation again. I'll have to go and see who's doing that. Mo, because Mo is in hospital. That's fine. They will get probably tended to by somebody. Okay. So, I see I've got a few people out here. I might grab Blue Jay. And I might go through some of these and just make sure we're harvesting what we can harvest out of this room if I can. Obviously, I don't want to